للحديث من جهة أخرى نستضيف معنا من إسلام آباد بلاول بوتو زرداري زعيم حزب الشعب الباكستاني ووزير الخارجية السابق. أهلا بك معنا معالي الوزير. الحكومة الهندية صرحت أن اتفاق وقف إطلاق النار لا يعني تراجعا عن إجراءاتها العقابية بعد هجوم كشمير، وأن التعليق التجاري ورفض التأشيرات وانسحابها من معاهدة مياه نهر السند ما زال ساريا. ما دلالة أن تأتي هذه التصريحات في نفس يوم إعلان وقف إطلاق النار؟
Thank you for having me. Pakistan has always believed that dialogue and diplomacy, not war, are the only sustainable paths to peace. We have acted with restraint, maturity, and responsibility, even in the face of grave provocation. Today, with both Pakistan and India agreeing to a ceasefire and a resumption of dialogue, we welcome this as a clear victory for diplomacy, de-escalation, and the principles of international law. We appreciate the role of the United States, Saudi Arabia, and other countries who engaged in diplomacy behind the scenes for us to reach this point today. As far as the actions India took and the reciprocal actions that Pakistan took following the terrorist attack in Indian-occupied Kashmir, I believe that will stay in place for now. But this is a big achievement that Pakistan has been consistently asking, advocating for dialogue, and New Delhi had refused. It is a big achievement for all those who support peace and stability in the region that New Delhi has accepted these terms, had not only announced a ceasefire, but agreed to a broader dialogue. As far as the Indus Water Treaty is concerned, that of course is a grave and outrageous action by the Indian government to unilaterally
النار وفكرة الحوار الأوسع كما أشرت معالي الوزير، لكن إذا كانت نيودلهي مستمرة في خطواتها الأحادية كما تؤكد المصادر التي تابعناها قبل قليل، ما قيمة هذا الحوار وما قيمة وقف إطلاق النار معالي الوزير؟
I think your question is very valid. While as far as the immediate conflict is concerned, the announcement for dialogue, I think is a big achievement. And while this change in position from New Delhi, who for years now have been saying that Pakistan is a terrorist state and we don't talk to terrorist states and therefore will have no dialogue, are now also agreeing, according to the tweet of the Secretary of State of the United States, to a broader dialogue, I believe that all those who support peace can welcome this as a good start. Of course, for them to be meaningful peace, for this ceasefire to last, we are going to have to address issues of mutual concern, including terrorism, including Kashmir. And as you mentioned, the Indus Water Treaty, which was illegally and unilaterally suspended by India, is not just a bilateral treaty. It's an internationally guaranteed treaty. It's the gold standard of diplomacy. To cut off water is a war crime and a crime against humanity. How can you punish 200 million people for actions within your borders? If our talks are to be successful, if we are to engage in a dialogue and reach new promises, forge new treaties, then it's important for both India and Pakistan to respect past treaties. If India is going to unilaterally exit the Indus Water Treaty, which is already a past and closed transaction, it means that the new treaty will not have that They're weaponizing water. They're criminalizing nature. This is condemnable, it is outrageous, and it is an unfortunate precedent. We saw what Israel has done in Gaza, where they cut off the food to the innocent civilians. And now India set a precedent at the start of this conflict, that they not only threatened to cut off our water, they attacked our civilian infrastructure, including dams, which is a war crime. As far as the Indus Water Treaty is concerned, I agree with you. India is using water as a card, as a weapon of conflict. They are trying to undermine an international treaty to serve their own ends. But for our dialogue to succeed, for this ceasefire to succeed, it is important that India demonstrate that they respect treaties. They'll have to respect the Indus Water Treaty if they expect for us to now reach a new agreement with them, write a new treaty with them about going forward. Then it is very important that our old treaties that are not only between India and Pakistan, but also have third-party guarantees, that if India abides by those treaties, then I will have faith that the discussions we are having with India right now, the ceasefire discussions that we're having, have the potentials to last. Otherwise, it'll be obvious that this is just a ploy for India to buy time in order to continue with their imperialistic agenda in the region.
معالي الوزير أشرتم إلى نقاط أيضا غاية في الأهمية، ولكن التساؤل هنا حول نجاح الدبلوماسية الباكستانية في هذه المرحلة في فك ارتباط ملف المياه عن التصعيد الأمني. هل ستنجحون في ذلك؟ لأن هناك مطالبات ربما من بعض السياسيين في الهند بأن يكون هناك تفاوض على هذه الورقة.
As far as the Indus Water Treaty is concerned, I don't think that water has anything to do with terrorism. I don't think water has anything to do with the dispute of Kashmir. I don't think that internationally it looks good for the world's largest democracy to go around threatening to shut off the water supply for 200 million people. I believe this is a case, the case for the Indus water, the case for the Indus River, that Pakistan can win in the court of public opinion, in the court of the United Nations, and at every forum that we have this confrontation. It is not Pakistan that's on the back foot. It is India that has violated international law and violated the treaty by making this announcement. Having said that, I think it is important to de-link the Indus Water Treaty or any other unilateral action, illegal action with India, with the actual real and tangible consequences of nuclear-armed conflict between two nuclear-armed powers. It is a great, which is a great achievement that for not only...
اليوم تستثمر الهجمات في كشمير لتكريس أمر واقع جديد سياسيا ومائيا وحتى على مستوى ترسيم العلاقة مع باكستان في هذه المرحلة.
I think that has been their attempt to establish a new normal. India has become belligerent, it has become arrogant, it has been aggressive, it has no respect for international law and international institution. It was attempting to use its outside strength, its supposedly outside resources to bully Pakistan. But Pakistan did not back down. And I think that it is actually Pakistan that has redefined the conversation. Before our current conflict with India, it was presumed that Pakistan was on the back foot when it came to conventional warfare. It was said that we have less planes, we have less pilots, we have a smaller army. But we've demonstrated when not one of our planes were felled, but we shot down 5 Indian planes, including the Rafale aircraft that was not downed in any conflict before Pakistan downed it. When India shot 80 drones into our territory, we shot all 80 drones down. When India tried to fire missiles into our territory, we were able to respond and fire missiles into the corresponding Indian territories. So I believe what that demonstrates is this preset notions that India had about itself, the preset notions that India had about Pakistan, and the geopolitical calculus in this region has changed. I believe that there is an opportunity now in this dialogue between India and Pakistan, for us not only to establish a mechanism, an international impartial mechanism to inquire into incidents of terrorism, be it the terrorist attack in Indian occupied Kashmir or terrorist attack that take place within Pakistan with Indian support. I think it's an opportunity for us to discuss the issue of Kashmir, which is the root cause of any of these problems.
كيف يمكن اليوم الرد على هذه الاتهامات وكل التصريحات الباكستانية التي خرجت خلال الأيام الماضية تقول إنه الهند تستند إلى معلومات وتقارير مغلوطة.
I think that I'm very grateful for your question. I think that this ploy, this tactic that has been used against Muslim countries since 2001 has now become old. It has become stale. It doesn't work like it did before. India tried very hard to falsely accuse Pakistan of being involved in this terrorist attack. India manufactured a lie about terrorist training camps to justify their attacks on civilians. But it's been 3 weeks since the terrorist attack in India, and they've still been unable to name a single terrorist that was involved, a single Pakistani that was involved. They haven't shared that information with me, they haven't shared that information with the media, they haven't shared that information with the people of India. They conducted an attack within Pakistan. They were conducting an attack within Pakistan that
في قضايا متعددة على صعيد الاستراتيجي والعلاقة بين باكستان والهند في هذه المرحلة الحساسة مع الإعلان عن وقف إطلاق النار اليوم. أسألك ختاما، هل تعتقد بأن هذا الاتفاق سيصمد في ظل كل هذه التصريحات الهندية اليوم والرد باكستانيا عليها؟
I am hopeful that the ceasefire is a start. It is indeed a good sign that India has changed its position and now it is embracing diplomacy and ceasefire as the way forward. I am optimistic that dialogue and diplomacy is the only way we can address our issues. We'll only know if this is successful once the process of the dialogue starts.
أشكرك جزيل الشكر. كنت معنا من إسلام آباد بلاول بوتو زرداري، زعيم حزب الشعب الباكستاني ووزير الخارجية السابق. شكرا جزيلا لك معالي الوزير.